a second. What is happening, ADRL Nation? What's up? Big Head Kenny Nowling and Dr. Fears coming to you live from Extreme Racepark. Producer Adam's even down here. I'm going to try to look at the size of my head when it's backlit like that. Good God, man. It's a beautiful head. It is, but it's just it's no wonder that my poor mother maybe yeah, this guy over here. So anyway, this is obviously race week. Finally, man. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Come on, man. Don't leave me up here. Right behind us, Extreme Racepark, where in just a few short days from now, we got Tuesday. How many more sleeps we got? We got Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and boom, we're there. So 3 more sleeps. Yeah. 3 more sleeps. And adrenaline. I don't know if I get sleep in. Yeah, I mean, your adrenaline's. I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 nights have been a little tight. I get it. I get what happened last night. Listen, I can tell you that Clyde and Amanda Scott spared no expense. This place is unbelievable. Hey, producer Adam, would you mind turning that camera a little bit? Center it up just a little bit. Yeah, we just. I think I kicked it on the way by. I accidentally kicked your tripod. There you go. All right. Working remotely is great. Everybody, how's the audio coming in? Everybody doing good? Paul Brandt is on. Paul Brandt, not bringing just 1 hot rod, 2. El Jefe, Jeffrey Cummins. It is beautiful. Brandt Electrical Services. Just this Camaro that Larry Jeffers built, one of the sickest cars. It's white and it's got burgundy stripes. And then his son, Travis Brandt, coming back. Wow. Where do you see this kid? A, he looks like a supermodel. B, he talks like an actor, and C, he can flat drive the in wheels off a race car. You hear me? I hear you. And if you're lucky, you'll get to meet TikTok sensation Trey, who is Travis's younger brother. Literally a viral TikTok sensation. Really? Trey, absolutely. The whole Brandt family. I cannot wait to have them out here. Let's just jump right into it. Let's do it. Dragpalooza preview. We've been waiting for what seems like an eternity since we put the deal together and we brought back and hashtag everything, ADRL unfinished business, to actually be sitting here and to having this come to fruition. A couple of people want to thank right out of the box. Obviously, Rico at Fatheads. We love you, brother. Thanks, Rico. As always, adrenaline powered by Fatheads, who's also the title sponsor of our next event, September 29th and 30th down at the Rock. Drag stock at the Rock, as Grant Wiley would say, G Money. So Fatheads, huge shout out. Thank you, Rico. I'm blowing you a kiss because we roll like that. And then, of course, not this beautiful furniture, but the beautiful furniture back in the studio. Selena Mikos and everybody at Better Office Furniture, betterofficefurniture.com. We'll sell you the stuff right out of our office. We've already had an offer on the desk. So anyway, we'll be back in town. I'm guessing next Thursday. We might have to do the show remotely from a beach. We're this close to Galveston and the beautiful beach. Yeah. We've got a friend with a beach house. It's like, what are we doing? You know, been down here for 5 weeks. It'll be 6. Conrad needs a little sun. Yeah. He wants to put his wings in the sand, so to speak. So the guys that are coming out here this weekend, though, Dr. Fierce, you get to meet, finally, after all this time, you get to meet the stars of the American Drag Racing League. And I mean, they are rolling out. 3-time champion Frankie the Madman Taylor coming with their dad. 2-time champion Bad Bubba Stanton coming with the Texas Slayer, his newly named hot rod. I love it, by the way. Red. It's a great name. Great looking hot rod. Yeah, here at Bickles Race Car. Go and let it happen. So don't get excited. They can't see it. Anyway, Clyde Scott. I mean, 53 with a 5 is the actual track record because it happened during eliminations. Bubba Stan will argue that during a testing pass, and not argue, he's got the time slip to prove it. Bad Bubba Stanton will say, well, I went a 53 with 3. So 53 with a 5 or a 6, I believe Clyde went. Whatever it is, it's going away this weekend. We get the right weather conditions, and it's going to be a little warm, but the forecast is great. As long as there's none of that moisture in the air, the water grains stay down. It gets cool for that second session on Friday night.
Yep.
Or as we go into the semifinals and finals on Saturday night, gates open at 10 both days. The ADRL fan zone opens up at 10. We'll have concessions both days. We'll be ready to rock. We have pushed back qualifying on Friday just because it's going to be a little bit hotter on Friday than it is on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're going to kick things off around 4. We'll have 2 rounds of qualifying Friday night. Tony Caprio bringing the wheel stander, going to be on fire and smoking and standing straight up all the way down to 660 out here. So Friday night and Saturday night. So then Saturday, gates open at 10 again. Fan zone opens right up. The pits, every ticket gets you full access, VIP pit access. You walk right across behind these beautiful suites, and you're in the pits, and you get to go up close and personal with all the cars and stars of the ADRL. And as we start going through the list, we already mentioned Frankie and Bubba and Clyde, but we got the Texas Bounty Hunter, Galen Smith, the Texas Warhorse, Kevin Harder, and the only turbo car that I know that's coming. Don't count them out. 2-time defending XRP Ironman Pro Mod, Extreme Pro Mod champion, the mad scientist Doug Reister, who came right out here and won the whole deal. You saw the deal.
It was there.
It was. If you don't think a nitrous car can win in Pro Extreme, Doug Reister says, hold my beer.
Yeah.
I got something to show you. That rare Morrison power, man. Watching these guys the other night when I was out here was the first time that I had been to one of their Extreme Ironman Pro Mod events presented by Larry Jeffers Race Cars, our good friend Larry Jeffers, in our home state of Missouri up there in House Springs. Showing that he was the mayor. Not of House Springs. There's another little town right there. I don't know. Maybe somebody could chime in that's around. Our buddy Greg Pogue. Don't Paul Brandt. Come on, you can handle the pressure.
What's up, Greg?
Greg Pogue. Known him since I was like this tall. Went to grade school,
middle
school, high school too. It's wild, right?
It is.
St. Charles is a small town when it comes right down to it. The whole world is. After all the people that we keep running into everywhere we go. People want to know. Speaking about beautiful cars. The video that's gone viral, Daryl Phelps, and that beautiful. You know what? We're gonna call her Madame LaRue. I hope that's okay, girl. We are naming your hot rod Madame LaRue. The guys are smiling down on that car. That video has gone viral.
Car, man. I mean, it is. I've never
Absolutely
seen such a car in my life.
The same chassis builder, and forgive me, we've met. The older I get, my head's not shrinking, but evidently the space inside. It's just my memory's going away. But the chassis builder from right there in Cajun country, the Louisiana, he built that car. He built Larry Castille's beautiful 69 Camaro, which will also be here. He built, if I'm not mistaken, Jim Jolly's 53 Corvette, which will also be here. But you're going to be hard pressed to convince me when we all get together in the media and everybody has their say so. I might just walk right over to Daryl Phelps' trailer when he pulls in, and as soon as he unloads it, hand him the best.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, it's over. Never seen such a beautiful specimen of a.
It's absolutely, and there's so many other cars.
Way beyond that.
Yeah, it's way beyond that. There's so many other cars and stars that are coming, and we'll kind of go through the full updated list in a little bit. Hey, Bob Miley, good to see you, my man. Everybody at Pro Glass, how's it going? What are you looking most forward to, bro? This is your maiden voyage from the other side of the curtain.
Yeah, every ounce of it, man. I'm really at a loss for it, to be honest with you, man. I mean, the anticipation, the anxiousness. I can't wait to see all the rigs and see the racers and see the fans and just the energy, the adrenaline of it all.
Adrenaline. And just put this in the back of your head, St. Louisans and anybody in the Midwest, or hell, if you live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, Hawaii, adrenaline the weekend coming to St. Louis, maybe as early as the winter of 2023. That's all we're going to say right now. Sworn to secrecy. Steve Wiley, the Texas Grand Prix.
Right here first, though.
You heard it first right here on Adrenaline, the podcast with the big head and Dr. Fierce. Steve Wiley, the Texas Grim Reaper's coming. There is Bubba Stanton's coming from Potts Camp, Mississippi to take the win. I mean, he is coming here full guns blazing, as they say. But, and with his new car being named the Texas Slayer, There's a lot of badass Texans out here. We've already gone through a handful of them.
You know, it'd be really cool if he comes out and his music is Raining Blood by Slayer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying. Hey, Texas Slayer. I'm a metalhead. I'm going to have all the metal references in the world. And, you know, just like,
all right. I wonder how he's going to be received, though, by the Texas fans. I mean, every time he comes up, and these fans, believe me, in Texas, if there's one thing that I've learned over doing events here since 2005, we did our first event at Texas Raceway in Kennedale, Texas. I want to say hi to Cindy McMillan, back when our good friend Bubba Corzine, now our lifelong VP of competition, and his beautiful wife, Letha, they ran, AKA Mom. They were running Texas Raceway for Cindy McMillan back in the day. And that first event, if there's one thing I learned, Texans love their drag racing, especially their outlaw extreme drag racing.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, they are hometowners. Even Bubba, who's got to be biased and objective, and he is. He's never made a call based on anybody's location, not that I'm aware of. At any rate, he will silently root for his Texans too. But these people out here are going to be so boisterous that every time Bubba Stanton pulls into the water box, he's going to be lining up again. Everybody that I've named, other than Bubba Stanton, so far is from the state of Texas, which, with the exception of the three Louisianans or Louisianians or whatever.
I'm not surprised. This is a big ass state.
It is. And Outlaw Pro Mod has been huge here forever. And when we brought in our version of it, Pro Extreme, and basically just said, no minimum weights, no, you pass our technical director, Rick Moore's rigorous tech inspection, meaning all your SFI stuff, your chassis cert, your parachutes, your fire suit, all of the things, the board seats, etc., head and neck restraints. You pass that and you get that beautiful yellow sticker signed by Rick Moore, ADRL Tech Approved, put on your chassis. You're ready to rock.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you cannot do. Like I said, I pray at some point somebody comes out and said, you know what? I'm going to put 4 turbos on this thing. Let's just see how it works. Yeah, I mean, two are working great.
What about 2 motors?
And don't forget, Jason Byers, my good buddy from Michigan, always watching in. He is putting up $100 of his own money, which we have matched with $100 of each of our money for whoever hauls the furthest in Pro Extreme. So who's it going to be? I don't know. I mean, there's going to be some people that show up here that we aren't even aware are coming. You follow me?
Yeah.
Speaking of Texan, another Texas, Randall Reed coming up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Him and his dad, Daryl, badass hot rod. I mean, they're going to literally be scorching the 660 on Friday night and Saturday night. Thursday testing, if you want to come out, 4 to 10 p.m., $10.
Yeah, come out Thursday night.
Watch some snacks, watch them test. It's like going to batting practice if you're a baseball fan.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Even if 100 people show up, that'll be enough for me to give away all those $100 bills on Saturday as our controller, Kathy, walks behind me with a whip.
I told her.
Yeah.
I told her all about
it. We're nuts about it. So I wish you were here too, Trey. Miss you. We're going to have you in Rockingham, I hope. The 18 being back together this weekend. The Cajuns coming. What are we doing back there? Producer Adams.
That's
That's awful.
Well, what it is
it's coming out of the computer.
So maybe Trudy, can we do that?
Trying to
He's the genius behind all that stuff back there.
Yeah.
Okay. My apologies to everyone's ear. Carter Jackson, if you surprise us and show up here, you know what? I'm Jason Byers, with your permission, and maybe there was nothing, but yeah, Gary Lynch says I have to interject. Clyde Scott Scrucci, the big red bear that's sitting over there in that beautiful race shop.
Oh, yeah.
The size of a Home Depot back there. Yeah. He said, "Did we get $100 for the shortest distance?" Because they're literally going to pull the rig out and park it in the pits and then pull it back in after the weekend.
Clyde earned it. I mean, it's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Carter Jackson, if you show up here, you will get the longest haul award. I don't see anybody coming further away than Virginia, but
That's good long distance.
it is. We'd love to have you, buddy. Coming off your runner-up finish, we would love to have you. We know we're going to see you at the Rock, but we'd love to have you down here. The Outlaw 330 Junior Dragsters. Never seen these extreme junior dragsters.
I've never seen one myself.
They can only run to the 330 because, in full disclosure, I'm not going to say whose kid it was. Could have been mine. Could have been mine. Tony Danza from Who's the Boss. I don't know. For everybody under 40, it's just like, what the hell are you talking about? Google it. Who's the boss? It's a great show. Listen, Milano. So meanwhile, 330 feet is as far as they can go, because when they do run to the 660, the speeds that they run will absolutely blow your mind. So Extreme Junior Dragster is restricted to 330 feet. So then you start thinking, well, shit, first we went 8 mile, and oh, that's awesome and it's entertaining. We've got guys that have gone 340s at over 230 miles per hour in Pro Extreme Trim. Now we've got Extreme Junior Dragster coming, and they will run speeds and ETs to the 330 that will blow your mind. These things launch. They will pull the front tires off the ground. They are sensational, and they're going to be right out here this weekend. G-Money's he's going to be in the regular junior dragster category. However, don't be surprised after this weekend if he doesn't go back and say,
Hey, Dad.
I can't really be the Grim Reaper that you want me to be, but I could be if you forgive me. Yes. So the whole Texas Grim Reaper crew will be here. They'll be unveiling a new sponsorship. We'll do that live right here in the pits on Thursday. NC Pro Modder, he's coming.
Yeah.
Jay Warren, my buddy, 30,000 followers. If you haven't followed him yet, it's the only way you're going to watch this drag race live. Much like our events, you get in free. I'm just not subscribing, pardon the pun, to charging people to watch our events. It's our responsibility to go out and get the sponsorship so that Motor Mania TV and Mark and Joanne can roll one of their big rigs into Rockingham and have everything set up. We had plenty to do here just to get where we are.
Yeah.
When Jay said he was coming, I'm like, I can shove in the clutch and pull the chutes because we got our man. He's got a huge following. If you haven't followed him, go to NC Pro Modder on Facebook. The guy is an absolute, his passion and love for pro mod rivals, I dare say, mine. And that's a big statement, and maybe surpasses it. But I can tell you, Fire says, if Virginia shows up in Texas, he'll dig deeper into his pockets. Carter Jackson, there you go. You might have yourself a sponsor by the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
So in addition to Pro Extreme, which will obviously be the headliner, always has been in the ADRL, we're going to have the debut of Extreme Index Motorcycle. I watched them out here the other night. Wow, what an entertaining class.
Really?
It's virtually Pro Extreme Motorcycle. They have just all got together as a group. And when I say them, there's 20 great bikes here in Texas. Former ADR World Champion Kim Morrell, Billy Bowes has got one, ADR World Champion. Superman Rob Honeycutt, Legion of Doom Racing teammate Ron Procopio, who's won Dragpalooza before. Once we get things rolling and going into Rockingham, where we'll put all the details out, but just so you know, 2024, 20th anniversary season, those points start being earned at Rockingham in September. So anybody that was kind of planning on building or getting ready for the ADRO, we're giving you ample notice. You got till September 29th, really 28th if you want to be there to test. September the 28th, 29th, and 30th to be at Drag Stock at the Rock. 20 years ago, this October the 6th, October the 4th. Can you believe that? The first 80-year-old drag stock, and it turned in to all of this. And now that she's home, we're going to finish the business.
Right. I can believe that time flies, my friend.
Yes, indeed. So I'm excited about some of your
Extreme.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go.
For extreme time.
Give a shout out to our boys Shinedown. We love you. Big Dave Canoy at the Ames spot. And we're going to put something together. That song Adrenaline that you might have caught. If you haven't watched the reel after the show, you can go in and watch the reel that we posted to preview tonight's episode. Download that song, Adrenaline by Shinedown. It's badass.
It is really
Possibly. So maybe be our theme song soon.
Could maybe be our theme song.
Shinedown's watching. Just saying.
Shinedown. Love you guys.
Carter Jackson, what about that?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's chasing the 80-year-old championship in 2024.
Well,
Which again starts September 29th and 30th. Drag Stock at the Rock. This weekend, though, we are at XRP at Ferris, Texas. If you're coming north to south, exit 262. Coming south to north, same deal. Easy, right off I-45, 25 minutes south of Dallas, Fort Worth in the greater DFW area. If you don't have tickets and you live anywhere within 100 miles of here, I don't know what you've been doing, where you've been going, or what cave you've been living in, or what rock you've been hiding under, but they are absolutely everywhere. Don't forget, we've got the posters that are in every restroom and bar, and from Fort Worth to Dallas to North Dallas, all the way down to the Can, aka Corsicana. That's for you, Wes. There's only two kinds of people that come from Corsicana, and I can't tell you which. Wes Johnson, don't you dare chime in. At any rate, this is the PG-13. It's not Adrenaline After Dark. Although I'm excited about
Get that going.
Get that going. I know the producer Adam, he's chomping at the bit. He's got some great ideas as always, and I can't believe he's actually here in Texas. Never been to Texas.
Nah, I've been out of the state of Missouri in 4 or 5 years.
Look at him spreading his wings and flying like
Have you ever been to Texas?
No.
No, this is it. That's what he told me the other day. This is maiden voyage, bro.
First time in Texas, yeah. But
We have officially Prince Adams.
left the state of Texas in 4 years, drove for about an hour for the first time in 3 years. Yeah, Texas.
So wait, that's right.
I drove you guys last night.
He's like that kid Benny Chase from Entourage, that great series that was on HBO, which is a great watch, by the way. It's on Netflix, or you can get it on HBO Max. This cat, everybody drives him around. He's like a movie star. He doesn't have to be good, especially now that he produces Adrenaline, the fastest growing show in all of motorsports, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. Just tune in on Tuesday.
Adam doesn't need to drive himself.
No, he doesn't. And based on our ride back from Fort Worth last night, I would just assume that he never did again. But I love you, brother. But
I'm not sure how that puts your driving into perspective.
We got there. I learned from you.
we did get there. We crossed.
They haven't learned
He
to
fit right
use
in.
the hazard of median yet,
Yeah,
though.
no, I'm
He fit right in.
still 101.
I got to go off topic here just for a second. Well, not really off topic because it's still drag racing. The Godfather, and I'm going to be posting them on our page. The Godfather posted pictures of Category 6, his badass V6 Buick with the new Kenny Waller motor that my son and namesake KJ now will be driving in Rockingham. Wow. The new motor and everybody at Mabry Racing in Southern Illinois that's putting this thing together. Badass, bad to the bone is the George Thorogood song, which was also the commercial for Buicks back in the day. And the Grand National, the G and X's, which were the baddest.
Yeah, they love that. Yeah.
Man. As a matter of fact, the Godfather bought one from Don Schumacher. Yes, that Don Schumacher Racing in an HRA thing, and ended up selling it at, I want to say Mecum or Barrett Jackson for just a absolute crap ton of money. But he's still got a couple of badass V6 outright. He's got the small tire car unfinished business. The motor's getting rebuilt in that one as we speak. The Category 6 is just about ready, so we'll start testing that baby. And you talked about a dream team. Wait till we announce the tuner. We'll do that here on Adrenaline Live one night. We'll have the Godfather and KJ on. But you've already got the Godfather as the owner of Godfather Racing, aka Bobby Dunn. You've got KJ Nowling driving, who's the lumberjack. He knocks trees over all day long. I mean, you got a little taste of that yourself playing with the Porta tree the other night. Yeah. And then the tuner with Jess Nowling, who I want to thank. Jessica, thank you so much for everything that you're doing since you and I got together, and I came back as the president and co-owner of the ADRL along with yours truly. Jess has taken over Driven Marketing Group and all the clientele and is doing a fabulous job. As a matter of fact, I dare say doing a much better job than me because she's growing the company. And I had kind of gotten, into a thing where I had all these clients and et cetera, et cetera. But thank you so much. She's done a great job. Driven Marketing Group, her team have done a great job. A lot of the reels that you see, I have a lot of input on them, but Jess and her team at Driven Marketing Group back in O'Fallon, actually Lake St. Louis, right next to us in O'Fallon, they put that together. So can't wait to see you and the boys Wednesday night. Been 6 weeks since I've held my beautiful family.
Oh, man. I know you're anxious.
Can't wait. So your family's driving in as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you got all the family that's already here. So Pro Extreme Index Motorcycle. Then we go to Extreme Junior Dragster, the Outlaw 330 cars. Then we got our regular Junior Dragster class. We've got a 5.0 index class, a 580 index class, a 7.0 index class. And then one of the things I'm most excited about, the Texas Drag Racing Association, the TDRA, the nostalgia organization that will be here to run on Saturday as part of Dragapalooza 2023. I've been watching videos of these guys and I followed their group. I've been checking them out on social media. There are some badass hot rods in several of our classes. There's going to be a couple hundred insanely badass hot rods on this property. Probably close to 30 of them in the Pro Extreme division alone. Yeah. So either way, you're going to have a lot of guys fighting for those 16 spots. And believe me, that last round of qualifying on Saturday, I don't care about the heat. I don't care about it. Never underestimate these guys' ability to just hit that, throw that Hail Mary, hit that grand slam, eyes closed, fastball coming, knock that thing completely out of the park into one of these cornfields that we're surrounded by. Oh, I almost forgot. Guess who else is going to be? So you're trying to get familiar with the APRL and everything that's going on and on and on. Come on, come on. Come on, Daddy. We were talking about it just the other night. We're driving back to the hotel. Bryant Mariner and Henry Duguay.
Oh,
They're bringing the Cajun. They're gonna be cooking real Cajun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why Henry hasn't opened a restaurant yet, but I'm just telling you that they will be making food for all of our team. And
if it's even a fraction as good as what you're saying it is, I don't even know if I
you've
can.
never ate better Cajun food. And I can't believe, which is much of a food connoisseur as we both are,
Yeah,
that wasn't the first thing that came to your mind.
I'm thinking.
Because you woke up this morning, you're like, are the Cajuns really coming? I mean, our Cajun's coming. Daryl Baynahan, he's coming, my man, our director of safety. But yes, it's going to be unbelievable. I mean, just wait till you taste it. It tastes as good, and it's good for your palate as Pro Extreme is for your senses. So there you have it.
That was perfect.
Who's your pick? I'm putting you on the spot right now. I know you're getting.
There's a lot of talk, and I'm getting to know guys, man. I don't want to. I'm not trying to start. any
Don't be
shit.
a sissy.
Well, it sounds like everybody's chasing Clyde. Sounds like Clyde's the fucking man.
Sorry,
So-
juniors. Hey, we
Oh,
get one on a show.
There it is.
So you know what? Earmuffs, kids, and don't act like mom and dad aren't saying.
I swear like a sailor. However, as I swear like a Marine. I was gonna say, hang on. I was in the Navy, but the men's department of the Navy. So
I don't know if I'd say that out loud. I said I with the Cadillac.
I mean, I talk
The Godfather by
I know my role.
as a veteran. The Godfather's a veteran of the Navy, and he can hit you.
tell them the same
He
deal.
can hit you with a poison dart from like 300 yards. I'm telling you, 3 clicks out, you're just like, won't even know it hit me. And then you're on the ground looking up at me going, I'm so cold, brother. Yeah. So he said it, not me. Okay. But you know what? Listen. Hey, Clyde, listen. Clyde would be one of the odds-on favorites. Vegas, we're putting odds on this, and maybe by the time we get to drag stock in September, we'll have somebody putting odds on
Look,
it.
it's purely
That will be there. It's totally unbiased based
on historical data
absolutely
per se.
and you haven't had the opportunity to develop relationships or friendships or
Not based on that.
it's based on 100% your gut and the videos that you watched and the information that's been put out there and so on and so forth. Clyde would probably be the odds-on favorite.
Yeah.
However, Frankie the Madman Taylor is
right out of my mouth.
3-time, also the quickest door slammer on the planet Earth. Frankie the Madman Taylor seems to rise to the occasion when it comes to the ADRL. He just, him and Paul, they came out here like a lot of guys did a few weeks ago at the Larry Jeffers Race Cars Ironman Extreme Pro Mod race. And they had problems in Jay Dietrich's blue car, the Camaro, but they're bringing the vet. Sorry, guys. They're bringing the vet. So the Madman, and then Bubba Stanton, who again has made the fastest, or excuse me, the quickest lap
I've
down the
heard
state
a
line.
lot about Bubba.
353 at the 3. I got the time slip right here. I'll post it for you. So 353 with the 3. I wish Wild Wild West Johnson's going to be there. But
That's where the next place I was going.
I can't take anything. Listen, Larry Jeffers does not put out race cars that aren't the absolute best in the industry. These things are the rankest, wildest 5,000-pound bulls, or in our case.
If you haven't
really
seen
like-
him, go to his Facebook page and check out his builds.
Oh, it's insane.
I mean, they're incredible.
And he's building top-notch cars, not just in pro extreme, but in all forms of door slammer racing, NPK, the whole deal, or NPQ as it should be called. Since Kayla Morton, sponsored by Wiley Speed Shop, went up there and kicked all their asses. Kayla, I would demand that they rename that thing. Since we're being PC, maybe no prep royalty, or really prep royalty, because I'm sorry, and this is a knock on any of the drivers. Caleb Morton is a badass. She will drive that thing down this gravel return road and probably run 195, 200 miles per hour. Her beautiful Mustang. It's easy to say beautiful when you're talking about Kayla Morton, by the way. And I know you've been to her social media, so don't look at me like you don't know about her CrossFit and this, that. Sorry, Mama Fierce. Anyway, we're all human. Yeah, still there. Yeah, still there. Kayla Morton, still absolutely gorgeous. But here's the thing. She, much like Lizzie Musi, is gorgeous, but she can drive the wheels off a race car. So maybe it becomes NPR.
You're saying that Lizzie can't?
Not national public radio. NPR for no prep royalty. Because you can't just call them kings when the queens are out there kicking their ass. You see, Kayla came out with that big stick in Hebron, Ohio, where the ADRL once held the Ohio Drags. Pound and just smacked their ass round after round and took the big win back to right here in Texas. They will be in Virginia next weekend, so unfortunately, Kayla won't be down here as much as I would love to see her. But again, congrats on your big win, girl. Tell them either re-prep, name it No Prep Queens, or I say you just go straight to royalty. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, just don't use the word outlaw, please. That's a whole nother story.
That is another story.
And again, you know, I'm not picking on them. They're off the streets and doing it there. That street in-law stuff for the birds, shut it down. I don't want anything to do with it. We've been over that ad nauseum, and we'll dedicate a whole show to those idiots one night. But when you look at what they're doing with WK, they're doing a great job. I got to take exception when Kayla's out there smacking that ass. You know, how you got to be just holding a King's trophy. I'm calling bullshit on the whole deal. So back to business here at XRP, home of Drag Palooza 2023. And again, with the stop it with the no prep stuff. If there's no prep, then I want the tractor, I want the keys locked up, and I want all the traction compound. We're gonna put in shed, lock it up, scrape this thing down. I mean, come on. So enough, guys. Everybody knows it's like professional wrestling. I'm gonna break Bones' heart right now. It's not real. It's still entertaining as it's not real. I'm not using my free F-bomb on that. It's still entertaining as you want me to use it for that? No, but it's not real. Vince McMahon's he's a genius. He's on the Mount Rushmore of sports entertainment promoters, etc. But it's not real. So just come clean. I mean, back in the day, they defended it. Now that's why they call it WWE Entertainment. That and the World Wildlife Fund shut them down with the WWF thing. But WWE is worldwide entertainment. It's entertainment. So there you go. Yeah, I think they should call it prep royalty. I know they got to print new shirts and business cards and stuff, but that's on them.
EQ royalty.
Something, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we just, put the traction compound away.
Yeah.
But don't worry about that this weekend because the real outlaws are going to be out here ripping that PJ1 off of this beautiful drag strip here at XRP.
There's layers of it.
There are. And
I almost couldn't make it off of it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Rookie mistake. Walked out there and stood still in the middle of Galen's 60-foot mark. Not wise. Not wise, my friend. He walked out of his socks, his shoes, and about the bottoms of his feet.
Galen's just staring. He's standing like laughing at me. Well, I'm like, man, this shit is super sticky.
Yeah. So big rookie mistake.
I love it.
We all do. So we talked about your pick. Adam's got the Madman Frankie Taylor. It would be easy to pick one of the top 6 or 8, which is there's some separation there.
Oh, this is going back to what you were talking about.
Okay, going back to somebody who has struggled a little bit, who has been working the bugs out of it. We already talked about him earlier. He's got a badass Larry Jeffers race car. Mm-hmm. He's got an owner in Paul Brand who's as passionate about the sport of drag racing as anybody you will ever meet. And he's got a badass nickname, El Jefe.
El Jefe.
Jeff Cummins. That's the big heads pick. Bubba Corzine, if you want to chime in here and throw yours, I know he is going to be from Texas, or she, maybe a lady that shows up. Got a driver coming. Big Jim Phillips and Big Nasty. He's got a new driver coming down here this weekend to drive his hot rod. There's another car that can jump right into the deep of the mix. The landlord, John Sullivan. I mean,
I hit double, triple zeros
here we go.
on the.
Didn't we talk about this on last one?
Oh, yeah.
So Hey guys, I'm ready. I'm ready to drive somebody's car.
Double, triple zeros. You know what? In the words of the great Rowdy Burns.
I'm just joking,
No,
clearly.
he's not. Trust me, he's not. And he should be very proud because, listen, I don't care if it's on the practice street. When you're holding both buttons and you go 000 in both lanes, it's a hell of an accomplishment. And you just ruined any chance we had of hustling anybody on the practice street this weekend.
Negative though.
Or, no. Okay. Anyway, so you and that practice street, you're never going to let me hear the end of that. That's got to be. But like Rodney Burns said in Days of Thunder.
That's like being Mike Tyson in Tyson's Punch Out. Doesn't. Man, Tyson, I'm not sitting in 6,000 horsepower.
Well, it's still a great accomplishment. I don't want to take anything away or beat up on you. You know, I love it.
It's a start.
It is a start. But as soon as you let go of the button on one of these babies, or if you're in Nostalgia Pro Mod next year, you dump the clutch on one of these things.
Oh, see, that's
life
my
life changing. And in addition to that, let me see here. I want to pull this up while we're talking. Involved in that. You know, it won't be long. You're gonna. I saw you eyeing Eddie Lair's truck over there at Wiley Speed Shop the other day. Yeah, Eddie. Don't be surprised if you get an offer.
Eddie, I love that truck, bro.
Tomorrow. Where in the hell? You know, Facebook is constantly. Mark Zuckerberg, I know you're watching. You're a huge fan of Adrenaline and the ADRL. Quit having your people at Meta or whatever the fuck you call this place now. There was my free one. There it is. Quit having them switch shit up, man. Moving the events around and you got this and you got that. Upcoming events, Dragpalooza. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got El Jefe Cummins is my you could call him a dark horse, but when that thing starts running, that Pro Charger is going to haul ass. And I just happen to think this weekend could be the weekend. You are on record with. Look, you already forgot me.
I didn't forget. You just said on record. I think I already did the record.
You did. And that's the beauty of the weekend, though.
No, we both forget. We have dementia brain cells. We're still a little bit older. He's got the madman. You can. You know, it's Galen said, or Clyde said, or excuse me, it's Clyde said on the first episode of Adrenaline 6 or 7 weeks ago, whenever that was. He was like, on Friday night, when the first round of qualifying rolls up underneath the suites, you can throw a rock and it will land within 10 feet of somebody that can win this damn race. Right. And run low ET of the round. That's how tough the competition is going to be. Yeah. So we updated the entry list. The schedule, by the way, is up not only on Facebook, but on the website. So let's just go through them really quick. Texas Most Wanted, Clyde Scott in the Big Red Bear. The Texas Fountain Hunter, Galen Smith. Free Time, Frankie the Madman Taylor. Wild Wild West Johnston, unfortunately not going to make it again, like we were talking about earlier. Larry Jumping to make sure. And I want to thank him for building such a great race car because one of our competitors and one of my great friends in life, Craig Sullivan, who when I had my only car accident on June 23rd, my wife's birthday in 2021, after watching Craig test and having a meeting at a college in Dunn, North Carolina, down near the Lot Motorsports Park, I leave there, getting the first car wreck of my life, coded the whole thing, fortunately made it through. Uncle Roy's trucks all put back together. Basie is his best friend for life. God rest your soul, Basie. Miss you every day. Got that baby put back together, that Roush Ford Lightning. I wasn't speeding. I just came up over a hill and everybody was stopped. There was nowhere to go. I mean, it was just a bad deal. And the lady said later that like this happens all the time at this hill. She lived in the thing. She was one of the first people to come out and was on the scene. So Craig Sullivan had a unfortunate incident up at Norwalk during one of their programs last weekend. Wheel broke off in El Mero, that beautiful Mercury that Larry Jeffers built. But again, Larry Jeffers built it. Greg walked out of there with not a scratch. Like he said, little hit to the pride, little hit to the wallet. I don't know why he's got hit to the pride. The wheel freaking broke. And he did a miraculous job of keeping that thing from completely wadding itself up. Also want to send our well wishes and love to the Romer family. Dave Romer was also in an accident, former ADRL national event winner. The driver of the Gladiator Camaro, we are thinking about you and your whole family and get better soon. And as always, Lizzie Musey, Lizzie Strong, hashtag Lizzie Strong. We love you, girl. Keep doing the thing. Can I just say, not since G.I. Jane has anybody looked so sexy bald.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that
we're
first,
both happily.
hey, look, yeah, my wife is incredibly beautiful. Exactly. Not since G.I. Jane have I seen such an attractive bald-headed woman. I was like,
incredible.
That might be. Who knew Eugene's a bearded bag, dude? Just said something about it that it's super.
She never lost her sexiness. So I'm not saying she's bringing sexy back, but she's bringing bald sexy for women to the front.
And I'm telling you,
she looks fantastic. And listen, we're not making light of her situation. I don't want to Will Smith walk in here or Kai Kelly and smack me for. Don't let my wife's name. What was the whole routine when he smacked this up? You know,
keep it out of your mouth.
yeah, keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not keeping Lizzie's name out of my mouth because A, she's a badass race car driver. She's an even better human being. She's going to kick cancer's ass like nobody's business. And when she decided after a few treatments, she was just going to go ahead and take care of what was already happening. Wow.
Good for you, man.
Lift the internet up. Her courage and her strength is second to none. And she's still a badass race car driver despite what she's going through. So, Lizzie, we love you. Get better. We're always thinking about you. Bad Bubba Stanton, the Texas Slayer coming to Texas. The Mad Scientist Doug Reister, the Texas Grim Reaper Steve Wiley, Big Nasty Jim Phillips going to debut a new driver of his hot rod. We got the aforementioned Jeffrey El Jefe Cummins driving for Paul Brandt. Paul Brandt's son Travis driving the other car. James Satterwhite in his beautiful 57 Chevy from right here. The only guy from Paris, Texas. We got a lot of Texans here. It's shops right over here. I walk in a couple of weeks ago.
Clyde going for the shortest trip.
Yeah. Clyde beats him by about a country mile. Yeah. Jim Jolly, my man, who God, when you see the paint on his car, he won Best Appearing Car the last time we were in Texas. We've got Brian Sanders, the newcomer, who brought his orange Corvette out here with a little Taylor Racing tune-up in it and proceeded to haul ass. And him and his beautiful wife, great people. Can't wait to get to know them better. They are another one who will be in the mix to pull off an upset. I know that they're new to the game. As we talked about earlier, Larry Castile, our new guy. Everybody's going to be over there taking pictures. I hope. Daryl Phelps, if you did not get T-shirts yet, maybe it's not too late. Call Greg of Zupco. Tell Zupco that the big head sent you, because I promise you, you can't bring enough. The amount of views that video has gotten, I mean, it's in the tens of thousands now of your hot rod. I promise you, every T-shirt you bring, you'll sell. So if you don't have them ready, definitely get with Greg Zuko at VA Inc. and get yours. And any racers that need them, see our good friends Greg Zuko, the official event T-shirt provider. Which, yeah, the big red bear Clyde Scott on this event T-shirt going to be looking good.
All right.
Charles Latier, yeah, the bad bird himself came out here, the angry bird, and kicked some ass. Made the show the other night. He's an engineer by trade. Do not count out Charles Latier. I'm just telling you. Don't count him out. And then, again, there's that handful of other cars that are just going to be here. Yeah. That we don't even know about. We talked about Randall Reed earlier. He's confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
So a virtual who's who of Door Slammer Racing. And if you're going to take home that beautiful 80RL Minuteman trophy at the end of the night, which every competitor here will be awarded a Minuteman, from Pro Extreme to Junior Dragster, Extreme, every class on the property, with the exception of TDRA, they have their own situation going on over there. I would say little thing, but I get your point.
Yeah.
Speaking of little things, and obviously I'm not talking about in my head, little thing happened on the way in here just now as I turned off the road, and oh God, you think Bonnie's watching your mom? You think she's tuning in? Probably. We were joking earlier about corn snakes because there's cornfields on all sides except for the interstate right out here. Yeah, I saw two come out of those cornfields and go across the streets. I was coming by, and all I could think about was your mom. Like, I haven't seen one since I've been here. We're joking about it, and she's all set up. Her and your stepdad, Danny, are over there, and they got the whole compound set up with the RV and all that stuff.
My mom told me she is, but they're both.
She told me that her and Danny do not like snakes as much as me. They just have no use for them. They don't want anything to do with them. So there's a pretty good chance that there would be some dead snakes over there, or a few of your mom's footprints on the session and restroom area
with a path through the cornfields.
Going. I'm excited, man. I just can't tell you how much work and all the people we could spend an eternity thanking all the people, and we'll do that on the post-event show next Tuesday night.
Yep.
But just so many people that got us here, and always have to mention my fellow co-founders, both Texans, Dave Wood from right here in Dallas, and my good friend Tommy Leeper from down in Conroe outside of Houston. He's what's happening?
Cody says, hey.
Hey, Cody. Yes, he doesn't have all his toys with him.
I know.
per se, so he can't pop it up on the screen. Yeah, he's like,
I know. I know.
when all he had to say was, "Hey, your brother Cody said hi. We're all family here." I don't know why you're whispering over the remote studio. So share. Look at that behind us. You see that? I love it, man. That is a badass stretch.
I'm gonna take the Volvo on there real quick.
You know what? We're gonna run that as soon as we get done. We'll match race.
Okay.
The rental car and the Volvo. We don't stand a chance. I apologize in advance. I'm just telling you, forget about the lights, forget about all that stuff. You saw when those turbos kicked in the other day when you and I were in, or what she did. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
don't underestimate the power of the Toyota. That's all I'm saying. I hate, and I thank Enterprise, but the Camaro that they were holding for me. What is it with taking a reservation? It's like that episode of Seinfeld. And I go in and they're like, we have your reservation, sir. We just don't have your car. And I'm like, well, are you sure you know what reservation? Do you know what that means? And they're like, just like on the episode. She's like, well, of course I do. I'm like, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. It was like a skit right out of Jerry Seinfeld, right out of Seinfeld. I'm like, reservation. You're supposed to have the car. Reservation is what keeps the car there, right? You know? Planes, trains, and automobiles. Google the Lambert Airport scene from St. Louis. Steve Martin. Just Google, or you go on YouTube and search for planes, trains, and automobile rental car. You will laugh until your sides hurt. One of the greatest scenes in movies.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I know. You know what? We should get some popcorn going tonight. Maybe a little Crown. Maybe a little Chivas Regal. Me, you, and Adam all snuggle up under the covers. Little planes, trains, and automobiles. Yeah. All right. It's only weird the first time this dude showed up.
Currency.
Speaking of guys coming back to the ARL this weekend, the voice, Al Tucci.
Oh, that's right.
I'm coming home to a place where I belong. Hey, Chris Daughtry didn't win American Idol either, so I don't want to hear about it. Which was shocking, by the way. I think probably the biggest upset in.
I think a lot of people have that same.
Yeah, it was a huge upset. That and then my queen Pia Toscano. Oh, and if you forgot her, American Idol fans or Adrenaline fans, just Google Pia Toscano. That's P-I-A.
I frankly only care about Carrie Underwood.
Oh, Carrie. So you watch Sunday Night Football just for her song and then you shut it down?
Nope.
You don't watch Sunday Night Football at all, do you? Nope. That's okay. She does the pre-song like Hank Williams Jr. used to do for Monday Night Football. And her legs are like ice sculptures. So, yeah. You know, her husband, Carrie, hockey player, former hockey player.
Oh.
So it doesn't matter. We beat the brakes off of
it. All right. I know Tony Twist.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? I can't even remember the guy's name. That's how unimportant he is to me right now. He doesn't play for the Predators anymore. I don't care who you are.
He doesn't have legs like Carrie.
No, he doesn't.
Or he might.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Actually, I take that back.
Yeah, he might have. I mean, he's been skating for like 40 years, so there's pretty good chance.
He had to kind of live up to his legs.
We got to reel it back in here.
Okay.
Because when we both get off track, it's a bad deal.
It is. All right. Stay focused.
The junior dragster class. Yeah. I was able to meet a lot of these Texas junior racers, and I've heard about them, and they've competed with us before, and we were in Baytown, whether it was Kennedale at Texas Raceway, whether it was the Texas Motorplex just up the road in Ennis, down the road, across the road, somewhere close by. Give a big shout out. I know, I'm sure they got an event this weekend, but kind of miss Cheeseburger, Eric McClelland, and all of our boys over at the Texas Motorplex. Wish them and the Meyer family continued success. Former track of the year in the ADRL. We wanted to switch things up a little bit, you know, and bring the outlaw back to the ADRL. And I'm excited that we did, because this place is going to be
bringing it back
over
to the ADRL.
Giddy up, like unfinished business.
Back home.
Yes.
And it's pasture.
Yes. Or it's cornfield. That's a big.
Oh, yeah. Cornfield.
He literally did what they didn't field the dreams. What Costner didn't field the dreams. He built it, and they came, and here we are.
I mean, we are literally. I could throw a rock in the cornfields right here
from any direction.
Any direction.
Well, I don't know if you could hit the end of the track down there, but maybe.
No, but I mean.
But you got one there, you got one over there, and right in the middle of these beautiful cornfields is a little piece of paradise that is Extreme Raceway Park. And not so little, but I'm telling you this, come Friday night, grab your seats, get you an ice cold beer or any beverage of your choice, get in the grandstands or up on the fence, because when qualifying kicks off, It wouldn't surprise me if somebody goes at 52, 53 right off the trailer.
Oh my God.
After batting practice and testing on Thursday, it could definitely happen. So as we wrap up,
Yep.
Any side wagers here?
No.
I'll give you the field and I'll take El Jefe Cummins. $100. Give me 10 to 1 odds. Come on.
I don't gamble.
All right. Prince Adam? Look at him. You're in Texas now, son. Pull those cowboy boots up and hop on this horse.
Yeah, get on it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Madman.
All right. So if the Madman Cummins meet in any particular round, whether it's in qualifying or whatever, you and I have a side bet for $100.
There.
All right. Deal.
That's
Sorry,
great.
Frank.
You guys gonna shake on that shit or what?
I need to shake on it. Our words are mine. I don't shake hands with anybody sitting down. My grandmama didn't raise a little girl.
Let's put it on camera.
All right, let me cheers. Get there.
Treat you like Wiley Spence, boy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that's about. Sounds
Wiley
fun,
Spence, yeah.
though. Oh, that's not.
Pulled out my
It's just rollers like every fence. This guy's thinking he's going to manhandle it and open the rolling fence this way. It's jumping the tracks. We got it all straightened out, Grim Reaper. Don't worry. But if it rolled a little funny, it was, Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
He was in such a delusional state from having driven for the first time in 3 years that he didn't know what to do.
But, and then he saw adrenaline. He ran
He did.
trailer on the side. He's thinking to himself like this.
I got to get in there and see it. So he unlocks the gate and then tries to take a 200-pound rolling gate and push it open. And I must say, he got further. Yeah,
We got further than I should.
we got further than he should have. Yeah. So I'm not sure that he doesn't have one of them hiatal hernias now. We might have to get him into a urgent care. So thank you to Clyde and Amanda, Galen and Celeste for hosting us this weekend. Thank you for allowing us in here to come to you live with Adrenaline. We're going to be in here throughout the weekend at different times. Maybe not in this particular suite, but we'll be in here after any particular round. Adrenaline is going to be coming to you all weekend from here, as well as NC Pro Modder. If you don't follow them on Facebook, get on there.
NC Pro Modder.
NC Pro Modder. Jay Warren. Safe travels, my brother. So as we sign off, thank you, producer Adam. You rock. Appreciate you being down in Texas. Dr. Fears, it's time. 3 more sleeps. I wish it was 1, but 3 more sleeps. Actually 2, because we do get to watch batting practice. Testing. When things get kicked off at 4 o'clock here on Thursday, things are going to wind up. So we'll call it 2.5. We'll call it an even 2.5. So with that, we're going to cut out a little bit early because I'm starving, and your beautiful mother Bonnie has got a buffet of goodness over there waiting for us. Speaking of which, don't forget Henry Duguay, Brian Mariner. We need to see you. I know you're coming. Brian's actually flying from the Carolinas into Louisiana, and Henry are riding over.
Oh, that's
with
great.
all that Cajun goodness.
Mm-hmm. Woo! Can't wait.
Producer Adam,
Indeed. Yes, sir.
Dr. Fears, the big head. Tune in all weekend long. Keep an eye on ADRL Tour on Facebook or any social media, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, we're on it. Follow ADRL
Make
Tour.
sure you subscribe and like to either the Facebook or the YouTube so that you get notifications anytime that we go live, because we will periodically throughout this event.
Yep.
Hop on
Absolutely
the
right. Thank you, Adam.
Great stuff. So again, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button at ADRL Tour on YouTube. Click that subscribe button, because if you're not a follower on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, you're not a subscriber. At some point, when one of the ADRL team members walk up to you, it could be me, it could be the doctor, it could be anybody, they walk up to you and they're flashing that $100 bill. The first thing they're going to do is make you show that you're a member of ADRL Nation. And to be a member of ADRL Nation, you got to get at least 3 out of 4. You know what? Let's take this call. Let's do it. Let's take this call. It's a fan calling into the free ticket line. It's a great evening at the ADRL. How can we make yours better?
I need to find out a free ticket.
You need to find a free ticket. Where do you live, honey?
I live in where they got it. Was I from the Contown?
Okay,
From Jersey?
right.
It's 2 days past.
She's speaking Texanese. So you've already got your 2-day pass then.
Map show?
Beautiful. You're ready to go. All you got to do is show up. It's just $20 to park. You can bring a school bus if you want.
Okay. I'll get ready on okay.
Ferris, Texas. I love this Texanese
I
accent.
love it.
I can't make it out half the time, but I love it. God bless you, sweetheart. What was your name? I'm sorry.
My name is Dorothy.
Dorothy. I had a Dorothy, my favorite aunt. Aunt Dot. Does anybody call you Dot? Can I call you Dot?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. All right. Hi, Dot.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome to the 80-Year-Old Nation. You are actually live on Adrenaline with the big head, Kenny Nowling, and my partner here, Dr. Fierce. So if it's okay, we're going to just have this conversation in front of thousands of people. You all right with that?
You know something, Debbie?
Yes, I do.
She's the one giving the ticket.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you very much. I'll make sure that I thank her. So meanwhile, gates open at 10 a.m. both days. The fan zone opens, the pits are open, VIP pit access, and you get to actually come out, meet the car and the stars, get pictures with the cars. Are you bringing any of your family with you?
No, just name my husband.
Just you and your husband. And what's your husband's name, Dot?
His name's Beto.
Can you say that one more time, a little slower?
His name is Beto Bonner.
Beto Biden. That is an awesome name. I bet he's a great husband, huh? He's bringing you to the 80-year-old drag races. He's got to be. So again, if you have any questions, just go to our website, 80yearoldtour.com, or our Facebook page, 80-Year-Old Tour on Facebook. And gates open 10 a.m. both days. We're going to start racing about 4 o'clock on Friday, and on Saturday, we'll start racing at noon sharp. Go to about 11 p.m. where we'll close the show both nights with Pro Extreme and a wheel sander. You ever see a wheel sander at that?
No.
You're going to have the time of your life. I can't wait.
Altitude, you wanted to know if she's from Canada?
I see that fire, Dan.
Looking forward to it, darling. Looking forward to seeing you, Dot. All right, Dot. Take care now.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to need subtitles when you go back and load this in. Good luck with finding a program to pick it up. But in all seriousness, Dot, you know what? She's a Texan. They wait to see it. I think she's got a little Cajun in her too. Oh, listen, I got her number. We'll get her that here. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Dot, she can join us live. So anyway, if you understood any of that, God bless you. Please interpret it. Send your notes to Adam at 80yearoldtour.com because he's going to need some help. But Dot, we're so glad that her and her husband, whose name I couldn't pronounce, spell, or say if I had to, they're both going to be here. So that's all that matters, along with a bunch of other Texans. So with that, we will officially sign off. We're going down to Mama Bonnie down there. Yeah. My stepmom Bonnie will be here. My dad, my late father's former wife.
Yeah, that's great, man.
She'll be here this weekend with my sister Tori. They live down in Palestine, Texas, just down the road here. So yeah, it's just weird that your mom's name's Bonnie and one of my 7 moms' name's Bonnie. My real mom's name was Martha, but we had a Bonnie and a Mary and a Sarah. And I could go on. Margie, Patty, Sharon. Yeah, there's 7 of them in there somewhere. 18 boys, 3 girls. Les Nowling, my father, didn't watch a lot of TV. With that, to any of my brothers that are watching, both figuratively and literally, love you guys. Love you, 80-Year-Old Nation. We out. We will see you here this weekend. Subscribe. Click that subscribe button so that you get the notification when we go live right here from Ferris, Texas, Extreme Raceway Park. Dragpalooza 2023 80-Year-Old Unfinished Business officially starts in 2 short days.
Peace and
Good night, everybody.
chicken.